Good afternoon. Welcome to Speed Mix with a Newb. This is Isaac with Programmable Audio, and this is my new series. I just finished Mix with a Newb, which was a 21 part. Actually, there were 22 episodes because one of them had a part 2, kind of as a joke. So I just finished 22 episodes of Mix with a Newb, which is a long form, kind of a almost step-by-step version of a mix. And so what I want to transition to is a speed mix, going through this stuff quickly. And again, this is for my sake so that I can get through these songs quicker and get the album put out so that it doesn't take me a year to mix this stuff. That last song I mixed for about a month, which is a long time. I feel like I learned quite a bit. I definitely want to share that, what I've learned, and go forward now. So in a second here, I'm going to hit start and I'm going to go for 1 hour, and I'm going to try to get as much as I possibly can in that 1 hour done. In the 1 hour, I'll focus on the basics like getting all the folders set up, routing, track color, stuff like that. I'll probably begin working on my drums. I want to really focus on just really digging into the drums until they sound good. And then bass, get my ducking and stuff going on. And then we'll see where it goes from after there. I honestly don't expect I can mix a song in 1 hour. There's so much refinement that needs to happen and work and automation and stuff. But I will give it my best to keep it to 1 hour exactly. I mean, the timer is going to guide me. And as I go along, I don't plan on explaining anything in depth. Just going to go and go. I may explain it, as I'm going through it, just briefly. But I refer you to my Mix with a Newb series, and I'll put a link in the notes. That has more in depth about a lot of the stuff I'm going to do. There's certain episodes are titled for the plugin or mix concept that I talk about. So again, I'm not going to go into depth of anything that I do today. I'm just going to do it and go quickly. This is kind of a test to test myself and also to teach myself, see how fast I can go and what I can get done. So here we go. I'm going to hit start on my timer on my phone over here. And here we go. All right, so my first thing is I know I need folders. And actually I already have a drum bus folder. So that was a mistake. So let's put the drum bus up top here and select everything below it. And we're going to make this into a folder. And we'll make this one the end in the series. But this one doesn't need to be under the base temp. Drum bus. All right, and let's color them all. I hope this is interesting enough to keep you watching, because I can understand that this might be boring. Let's see. Well, these items, can we... I think items, if they come in a certain color, like these, let's unselect. These are all orange here, and these are all red, and I suspect that has something to do with the take. I don't know if it's takes. Let's see. If we zoom in far enough, do these have multiple takes? No. All right, so I've got my drums set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start grouping these into buses. So I have my kick bus and snare bus, and then ambient bus. I could call it room bus or something like that, but I'm not too particular. All right, so we're going to go kick bus there. We'll put the snare bus above the first snare. And let's spell snare correctly. That would help, huh? Snare. All right, ambient bus above our first instance. There we go. All right, so then again, we're going to make these into... Well, let's do our moving first. So let's get my kick. Where's my other kicks? Outside kick, inside kick. Where's my other outside? Where are you? Inside, there it is. I have to drag these up. Let's get all of our snares in the same spot. Bottom snare, they're already there, so I just need to move my room and hats, toms out. There we go. Oops, go back in there. All right. So now we highlight the first one in line and hit folder and then use this wonderful trick that my partner taught me. Boom. All right, same thing here. And then I'll color, well, actually, I forgot, I like to color these something slightly different than red, just slightly off of red. Go darker with the kick. Boom, kick is dark. All right, so the same thing. I think I spelled ambient wrong too. Ambient, I think. No spell checker in Reaper. All right. There we go. Snare. Let's color snare also red, but slightly off from that bright red. We'll go a little lighter, like a pink, a nice pink for the snare. And then our ambient, maybe we'll skew towards the orange side of red. All right. This is the last one. Yep. All right. Custom color. Red. And move it just sort of towards orange. Ooh, that's real orange. Yeah. We don't want it that orange. Orangey. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Now they're all red, different hues of red. That's good. And then one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to put my, I know I'm going to want a snare verb. Put that in there. Oops. Snare verb. And then we're going to do also ambient verb. I'll just put AMB and verb. There we go. Now, one thing I would need to do, I need to set these all to 0. And the reason that these are not set to 0 is because these are the volumes I set for a rough mix after, excuse me, after our tracking session. Pardon me for that, I had a dry spot. After our tracking session, I do a quick rough mix so that I can send it out to MP3 so that my bandmates can hear the session, listen for mistakes, and see if we need to redo the session or if it's good enough. All right, so I set everything to 0 again so that we're kind of starting we're starting with a blank slate. Also, I have some lanes of automation here. I'm going to go ahead and clear these out just so that we're starting completely fresh, because I think all I did was this is a volume dip for a certain word in the song, and we can add that back in there later. Let me get my click to the top there. All right, so I have my snare verb, so I'm going to route to this, or route everything to this. Ooh, you know what? Someone told me, I just read on the Reaper user group about, and then I'm going to route this to there. And I'm just going to get in here. I'm doing this stuff, trying to do this stuff so quickly. And this is just like, you know, very imprecise. I'm just getting some, I'm going to just use the snare plate. Oops, not a small plate. There's snare plate, okay. And we wanted to prove it. That was way too much. All right, so we're going to drag this down to like -10. And you can hear that right away, how that verb just mangles that snare. It just sounds like a, who knows. All right, and then the same thing, we have ambient verb. And we'll do that orange. Oh, that didn't, I don't even care. Doesn't matter. And let's do a quick thing here. We're just going to copy this FX just so it's quick to add to here. Hit cancel, Control V. There it goes. We're going to change this to, it doesn't really matter. Anything is fine at first. Medium, hall. Let's drag this down. And okay, for the routing, I think what I can do is I can select all of these, then I can hold shift, and I think it's going to send all of these. Did it do all of them? Let's look. It did. Room 2, yeah, receiving from room 2, Hats Toms 2, room 1, and Hats Tom 1. Okay. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Do I want to make these up top? I mean, just for, yeah, we'll put the ones up top. We'll put everything 1 up top. Okay, that's how it is already set up, the rest of it. Okay, good. So we've got our snare. Now let's do, on our kick bus, I'm going to do my sine wave. Oops. I gotta remember my cap locks are on. All right, and for this we use regate, and then we use the noise generator. Where are you? Or actually, it's sine wave generator. No, it's tone generator. There we go. Oh yeah, you're annoying. Okay, get behind the gate. Okay, whew. We put it behind the gate. Sorry about that. That is obnoxious. So I set this to E, and if I remember right, it's 54 hertz, I believe. Let's give that a listen. Yeah, that's about right. We can adjust that later. All right, and then our gate is going to go off of auxiliary. So what we need to do, I wonder how this, if this works. Let's see. Control for track, we're going to do 3 and 4. I don't know if it's going to do it for all of them. Let's find out. 3, 4, no, it did not. So we can just quickly go in here and change these all to 3 and 4. So what this does is this makes sure that anytime a kick hits, it hits the, it's going to hit this gate. And we wander through it. Like a sine wave commit. Oh god, that reverb is that's probably on the ambient bus. I didn't drag this down at all. Let's put that to 10, negative 10, and let's get okay. That's fine down at negative 36. Okay, all right. So there's drums set up pretty good so far. I'm trying to think of what else I usually do right now. At this point. I think ducking is usually the next thing I think of. Okay, so one of the early things I do, I drag everything way down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. To start with, actually what I might do is I might take everything, including the drum bus, down to negative 10. And that takes into account those 2 decreases I already made with the reverb. So that's just like my baseline. I'm starting negative 10. All right, let's move on. We're going to do bass. Do I have a bass bus? There it is. Vocal bus, vocal verse, vocal chorus. All right. Bass bus. We're doing folder. And then we're doing the last one. Boom. There we go. I love that so much. So much easier. I used to do it the way I used to do it as a noob. And I just got over the habit of doing it. Was I used to drag everything to the bottom and then move it back to where I wanted it later, which was really bad. Okay, one of the things I need to do too is I'm going to clear out all the effects I have on here. I think I probably put some effects on the bass to make it, I guess, to make it more pleasant to the ear. Sometimes I don't even know why I bother even doing a quick mix. I mean, adding any plugins or anything to a quick mix, because I know I'm going to come back later and alter it. All right, so this the same thing. I'm going to drag this down to negative 10, all of them. That's just giving us our headroom to start with. And that way I can selectively boost either the bus or the individual track inside the bus has headroom too. Because I've run into that issue before where I don't properly, these are not set to master send, right? Okay. I don't properly drag these down and I can't boost them. I have to kind of toggle between the bus and the track. So I'm going to bring the vocals up to the top below the click. I'm going to put these into a folder. And where's my vocal chorus? All right. Am I missing a vocal verb? I thought I had vocal verb. Let me get one in there for vocal verb. Even if it's just a kind of a placeholder. So I can change these all to yellow and they'll look the same. Yellow for vocals. All right, guitar, solo, guitar. I don't know what this is. I think this is a bass temporary. Oh, I think this is when I redid. I'm actually going to hide this track. And this is something I haven't done in any of the other ones, but there's a, what is it called? Track Manager. Here it is. Track Manager. This is a good tool. I'm just going to hide this one, this 12, because, where is it? Show master track. I should be able to hide this. Where is it? Hide filtered out track in TCP. I know there's a way to hide this. Show master track, display child track. Oh man, I'm gonna get hung up on this, and I really don't want to. Oh no, mute, no. Solo, lock, mini frame freeze, PDC. I thought there was a way to do this. Show incident, allow recording. All right, yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to even need this one. I think this is the old. And I'm pretty sure I redid that. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. I'm pretty sure I don't need it. Well, see, I always get nervous when I delete because I know there's a chance that I might need it. And I could have swore that Track Manager had a way for me to hide them. And I'm just doing it wrong, maybe. Or is it Project Manager, maybe? Project. Oh, man. Okay. Show Master Track and Track Manager. Options. No. Well, anyway, I'm just going to leave it there, but it belongs in the base. So I'm going to call this old solo. Base temp. See, this is not good. I'm going to have to actually, let's just get it done right now. So I'm going to say base verse. Base chorus. Bass solo. Actually, this one we're going to call pre-verse. And then we're going to do a new one called bass verse. Alright, so this, hopefully this doesn't take up too much of my time, but I have a feeling it's going to eat up a few minutes here. It doesn't have to, but I get the feeling it might. Alright, so let's start listening to the bass here. Why do I have nothing? All right. So the chorus. The verse actually.
There we stood knee deep in water.
All right. Yeah. So this is actually, there is no pre-verse. Well, we'll leave this one open. This is actually just verse. All right, and then we get to, is this chorus here? No, this is like pre-chorus. We call it pre-chorus, and then this is the chorus. And where did I put chorus? Here we go. All right, so this pre-verse we may not even need that. Oops. These do not need to be in a folder. Okay, God, I'm doing this so wrong. I just like oh my God. Man, I'm terrible at this. Like I thought I had a hang on how to do this correctly, but wait, let's see. There it goes. Okay, but now see. There. Okay, there we go. Drums are still good. Drums are still good. All right. Sorry about that. That's painful. All right. So that's definitely chorus. So that's back to verse. So this is verse. Being careful not to let it drift away. Its position. I'm actually going to drag this chorus down below here. I'm going to put the solo down 2. So this is lined up better. I think this pre-verse I may actually just end up deleting. Okay, this is a chorus. And that's a pre-chorus. Whoa, did that move? Undo. Yeah, that moved. That was not good. Okay, good thing I caught that. Well, I think my ear would have caught it later. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so this is this verse. I don't think I'm gonna have a pre-chorus or pre-verse. I don't think that's gonna happen. So we'll end up deleting that one. That's okay. All right, this is the solo. Ooh, that was bad. I tried to warn against that in one of my Mix with the Noobs series, and I kind of explained it for a good 5 minutes, and then I just do the wrong thing. You just want to drag it down nice and smooth so it doesn't, lose your position. All right, then what do we have here? That goes into verse, right? Yep. Just make sure he's singing over it. Yeah, maybe not. Alright, this is a chorus. What is this? This is a pre-chorus? Yep. So that's in the right spot. Alright. That actually did not take as long as I thought it would. So that's good. Bass is all good. Solo. I'm going to figure out how to hide this. I know I'm pretty sure that Project Manager is where I should be, but I just forgot exactly how to do it. I know I've done it before. Alright, so guitar bus is already set up. Let's get it to the top. Oops, get out of there. Hey. Alright, there it goes. Through here. Folder. There we go. And we do green for guitar. Bright green, really light green. We'll do a slightly darker green. Right there. All right, so that's exactly how I like things. The drums all at the bottom. All right, next step, we're gonna start to look at our kick, and we're gonna make it duck the bass. Let's see here. So we got our kick. I'm gonna throw some EQ on here. I'm gonna do the default kick. Start to listen to our bass and drum relationship here. Oops, the one thing I forgot was I meant to drag these all down. Okay, I got all my panning. I'm going to reset all my panning. And you can see I used to go 100%, and I'm no longer doing 100% panning. I'm doing like, 75 at the most. And that was a tip that a friend gave me. An actual musician who's made several albums. All right, so I'm gonna color the click just something fun for the heck of it. Pink, why not? All right, so I wanted to drag everything down to -10. I think the guitar on this one I didn't normalize. I was normalizing like crazy early on, and I think on this song I did not. So it's actually not that quiet. Okay, so everything's at -10. That's just to give me headroom to start with. I have a lot of effects on here that I do not want. Yeah, I don't want any of this. I don't know what the heck was going on there. That was like the weirdest looking EQ I've ever seen. I did a bunch of cuts all in the low end or something weird. Wow. When you're a beginner, there's some really strange stuff you end up doing just to try stuff out and feel around in the dark, and markers. Let's do markers. Again, this is kind of an arduous task at first, but it pays off in the long run. It really does. Let's get rid of these markers because I want them to be orderly. Hold note out. Yeah, okay. I think that I put those in place for when I was tracking, I think, to get the solo lined up just right. So we're going to do intro. And then we're going to do verse 1. Right? Actually, right here would be verse 1. I like my verses. Oh, I don't know. Let's do orange. Orange for verses, and then we'll do green for choruses. How's that sound? Good. Oh, I don't know. That was my imitation of my sons or something. My 2 kids. Good. Green for choruses. Oops, I didn't name it. I haven't looked at my timer because my phone times out. Come on, I need to look at the timer. Feel the pressure. Okay, 37 minutes to go. That's not bad. All right, so I think we're going to go back to... Oops, I misspelled intro up here. Wow. Intro, there we go. Okay, so that's where the next verse starts. So this would be verse 2. And we're doing orange for verses. All right, so I don't know what to call this. I guess this is considered a pre-verse. Yeah, well, let's call it a pre-verse. Oh, man. I'm going to be a stickler about my freaking markers here. And I think you can renumber them manually, but it becomes a pain if you have too many back in the series. So actually, let's correct, because I don't have one for the first pre-verse. So, and we'll do pre-verse. This one we'll do dark purple. All right. This would be pre-verse 2, actually. 2. No, actually, no. Because that's not, the first one's not a true pre-verse. It's an intro. We don't have to worry about that. All right, so now we're doing verse 2. And we were doing orange. All right. Markers are coming along. This is just the really kind of boring part of this. There's chorus 2. We're going, what do we say for choruses? Green. Chorus 2. Pre-verse 2. Dark purple. Those vocals are really low. The bass is just killing everything. So this would be verse 3, I believe. Let's make sure. Chorus, yeah, verse 3. And we're doing our verses orange. There we go. Some choppiness in there. Chorus 3. And green. Solo. We'll do a wild color on the solo, like bright pink or something. Yeah, that works. Oops, I thought I typed solo. There we go. Okay, solo. Then we come off of this. I think it goes into another pre-verse. Yeah. So this is pre-verse 3. And we were doing... What were we doing for pre-verse? I can't remember now. Verse... This purple. That one right there. No, this one? That one, I think. No. I don't remember. There we go. Close enough. As long as it's different from the other ones. Yeah, enough. Alright, so this is chorus 4. And we were doing green for choruses. Right? Yeah. Alright. Oh, there's some clicking there. You can hear the click. Wow. Alright, so we're getting good. I'm going to hit Control Save because we've made a lot of changes. Alright, so let's go down and start messing with our drums. Let's listen to the kick bus by itself. See what kind of, if we have any issues. It's get our gate set up. Regate. Let's try the kick gate, see if it's any good. Okay, did I not set these up to... Oh. I did not set these up, okay. Okay, why is it doing that? Is it because I have it soloed, maybe? Bus is not getting any. I thought I sent these. Yeah, drum bus. Oh, that's why. Outside kick, inside kick. I missed. I went to the drum bus. Bottom snare, top snare. Oh, this is not. What happened here? Oh, you know what this is? This is the original routing from when I did my rough mix. That's what that is. I'm like, what the heck is all this stuff? Why is this all already routed? Okay, kick bus. All right. So kick bus routing should have receives. Outside kick. Why? Oh, I have to hold control. I have to hold shift. That's what I'm doing wrong. All right. So that should do it. And I duplicated one of them. Okay, outside kick, inside, we're good. Now, our gate should have signal. There it is. All right, now the thing I learned from last mix, I'm actually going to come and normalize these because they all look like they're well below clipping, and I believe they can benefit from normalizing just to make them not so flubby and weak. Yeah, see, that's what I'm after. And there's that sine wave if I boost it like crazy. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on the snare. I'm going to get my regate going. Snare gate. Let's see, are these all sent to... I think that's like doubling. That's going to be a lot of reverb, I think. I may have to do something where I that's too much of the augmenting of the sound. Too much sine wave in there. Let's give it more verb and see how that sounds. Okay, that sounds weird. That starts sounding weird because I think right there is a roll, and our ambient bus picks up all the... Yep. Yeah, our ambient bus picks up all the toms. Oh, that sounds so awful in the snare. Yeah, we're going to have to... I'm thinking right here what I'm going to do immediately is I'm going to split these because I don't want those little... Oops. We got to ungroup first. All right. I'm going to split right here before this final snare crack. And... Oops. Get over there. Why did it do that? All right. Okay, I still have grouping going on here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I grouped this stuff like, I don't know how many different redundant times I grouped it. I like grouped stuff and grouped stuff inside of groups. I don't know. All right. So we're splitting, and I'm just going to peel these two back. And you can see like the, oops, that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. you'd see like the signal in the snare in those two tracks gets really low. So it's just like, so at that point I'm going to have to boost these two. I'm going to have to boost those so that you can actually hear them. All right, so ambient verb, we also want to send this to the ambient bus. Actually, yeah, no, we don't need gate on this. See, that sounds fine, but then if you yeah, we'll do some automating to make that sound more full, to fill it out. Okay, see, these are panned all the way. Actually, I might just leave. Well, that one was 94. I'm gonna go 90 with these because I vowed to stop doing 100% because I think it's a little extreme. So I'm gonna set these to 90 and 90, and that's gonna give our mix some width, but not push it too far out. So you get, because I've noticed I was getting just weird snare sounds, like the snare that was coming through the ambient bus wasn't lining up with the snare in the snare track, and it's just really awkward. So if I peel those back from 100%, it seems to help a little bit. I'm gonna mute the guitar. All right, so right away I can tell. I mean, we just have like a ton of bass. So I'm gonna get let's get our duck going on here. So we want to send from the kick bus, we want to send a sidechain 3 and 4, and here in the bass bus we're going to open up. I like to do this two ways. I like to do this EQ. So I'm going to use this 0.2 here. I'm going to go to, let's go right around 200. Wiggle this up and down. Parameter, FX modulation. We're going to use audio control sidechain here, 3 and 4. Put our bass line to the middle. And I show you how to set these up in a couple of different episodes of Mix with a Newb. I'm just going quickly here, but okay, we gotta go much faster. Oh, and then negative. Okay. Yeah, gain for band 2. It doesn't want to do anything here. What am I doing wrong here? The strength is up high. I'm missing something here. It's not triggering. I fed it from the drum bus. I mean, from the kick bus, right? We're going to send to bass bus. Yeah. I'm on the bass bus. Yep. Okay. I don't know why this is not. Maybe it has to be a much faster attack. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah, that was part of the issue. All right, I'm gonna. My bass is too high. Oh, you know what it is? I did not bring these down to 10 either. Let's see here, 10. I just have way too much signal in the bass. There's negative 10, negative 10, and negative 10. I forgot to do the whole. I think I got on everything else. I'll be sure to check that as I move from section to section. 10, negative 10. Old solo we're not going to mess with because we don't need it. In fact, I'm going to undo the routing so it's not even sent to anything. So if I accidentally unmute it, it won't have any noise. There we go. That's all right, so I like to do that with EQ, and I'm actually going to do it with a compressor as well. which I think is the typical way to do it, is more with compressor. Let's do like spanky bass. Let's try that. We want a relatively fast attack and release so that our bass doesn't completely get drowned out. Alright. Now this kick bus needs, I think it needs a little work. I'm going to try this transient. I'm going to add the transient controller and see if that can give me some more snappiness out of it. And also my gate might be kind of, yeah. Alright, so that's sounding pretty good so far. I might take a little bit of this ambient bus out. I'm going to go to... Did I add more in? No, that's... I might add a little bit more snare verb. It sounds like that got pretty... I got cut pretty good. Go to -20. Get my track color under control here. I thought it was like a peach, more peach color. Whatever. All right. All right. The next thing I like to do is my bass process, which is I'm gonna add 3 tracks here. Oops, why is that arming them? That's not good. Because I was probably over the arm button. There we go. Track color, blue. My bass process is to have a low clean, mid distorted, and high chorused. And I explained that in one of the episodes. I go into detail with it, but we'll just do it real quick here. And this is something I took from someone else. It's not an original idea. Mid distorted and high chorus. All right, so the way we have to do this is we have to route everything. Everything has to be routed through it. Anything with signal has to go through these. I'm so glad I found that shift. That's such a quick way to do it. And then we're going to send these all back through the bus. Now we're going to get into our clean. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can. And we're just going to do a big old low shelf like that. Big old high shelf, I mean. We might, yeah, let's kick that out too. So we're going to cut this off at about 2. Let's just go 200, make it a nice even number. And we're not putting anything on that. It's just clean. So it lets the low part of the bass rumble really well. Distortion on this one. Again, we need to do EQ so that we're just affecting the mids. And so we're going to do 200 and up. We'll go to 20. Let's go to 2000K. 2K, not 2000K. All right, and we add our distortion. And this, I know from experience, this starts out way too much if you just leave it on default. You just want to give it like a tiny touch. Hardness, we don't want much hardness at all. So there it is, soloed by itself. Oh, that's loud. Okay. That's too hard, I think. Remember, you're introducing more signal in by adding this stuff. Let's switch to the EQ, see if that helps. So let's turn this. You don't want to boost the signal unnaturally. You just want these to kiss the track. And high chorus. Same thing here. We'll go to like 2K, a little below 2K, so maybe there's a little overlap. And then we're doing chorus. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, that's fast. And again, we just want to kiss it a tiny bit. I think I'm going to actually go... Oh, that shelf might actually make it sound a lot better if we have just a tiny bit of the low. Yeah, we'll have it across at 4100. Let's go back to our distortion. Let's climb the distortion up to 4100, roughly. Yeah. Alright, so that's sounding pretty good, I think. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Let's start looking at guitar now. I think guitar... Guitar, whoa, that sounded like some sort of effect or chorus or something. There might be a phase thing going on because let's send these out to that sounds like there's an effect on it. I'm gonna go 75% with these guys. That's wow, that's really interesting how to my ear there's a phaser effect which could just be phase that's actually causing it. It's a natural phaser effect type thing in my ear, in my headphones, because I don't have anything on the guitar bus. No, 75. There you go. And send these guys out to also. Actually, these I'm going to make a little less wide. These are just the verse. This is just for the verse, I believe. Right? Does this all set up? Is the guitar set up the way I want it? Yeah, it looks roughly. Chorus, yeah. Oh no. See, no, this is not good. This is not good. We actually want to break this up. We need to break the guitar up by chorus and everything else. The good thing is that the DI is always on top. So if I move it around, if I move these around, my DI is always the one that's stacked on top of the other, which is good. So these are my verse. I'm just going to call this guitar verse. Yeah. Guitar first, DI1, guitar verse, mic 2. DI2, mic 2. Okay. Wait, actually, we can just get rid of these numbers because that's going to confuse it. All right, so there's our verse. And what we need to do then is bring everything to the verse, but I don't want to get myself confused. This is a chance to get confused. So I'm actually going to now just call this guitar chorus. Okay, cap locks, come on. I do everything in cap locks just so it's much easier to read from at a glance, you know. Okay, so now we're calling it guitar chorus mic, guitar chorus DI. That's an easy way to keep them separate. We don't have to use one or two or anything like that. And then our solo. And our solo is the only thing on the solo, so that's good. Intro. So actually, I'm going to need 2 brand new tracks. And so I'm going to put 2. Oops, it just does 1. Whatever. Put these up. I'm going to do guitar intro. Right? Or is there going to actually... No, let's just call it pre-verse. We'll call it pre-verse and it'll be synonymous with intro. I don't want to make, you know, guitar pre-verse mic. I don't want to make... I want the guitar to have 8 tracks. Well, it already does. I don't want it to have 12 or 10 or whatever. All right, custom track color. Green. Boom. Okay. Verse, and then we got chorus sitting where it should. And then the pre-verse, so this needs to go up 1, 2, whatever. And then back to verse, so we're moving these 2 up. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I still had those 2 items selected and I just added these to a selection group. Boom. Okay, then these come down. This is the chorus. Boom. Okay, this is looking more organized. The reason I notice this is because when I start doing panning, and if I do 60% left and right just for the in-between parts that are not verse or chorus, the little pre-verse or intro, then that'll give a completely different sound to that part. But if I have these parts all jumbled up, then that panning doesn't, it's going to just make some wonky, you know, it's just going to make weirdness. So you want this all uniform. So that's why I'm moving this stuff all around. Pre-verse, and really just purely also for organization's sake too. Pre-verse 3. Oh, did I forget a verse? I freaking forgot a verse in my markers. Wow. All right, so let me change this one to 13 because I'm stupid about I get like all worked up if they're not. Yeah, this one can be, oh, yeah, it works to be 12, right? Yeah. And what we're doing for verse? Oh, I don't even remember. Orange, I think? Yeah. So this is verse, oh, God, I want to say it's verse 4, but we'll change it if it isn't. Let's go look. Yep, it's verse 4. Very good. Okay. All right, so we got a marker in there. And this needs to move to verse. Boom, there we go. This one needs to move to chorus. Let's check our timer. I have 8 minutes to go. Not bad. So pretty much the first mix session is devoted almost entirely to organization, and that's okay. Totally fine with that. All right. 65%. Or what do you say, 60? Yeah. Let's check. 75. 60. We'll do 60. Only because 60 to 75 is more noticeable of a change to your ears. So let's see here. Wow, okay. Why? Oh, there's a big difference right there because I haven't peeled these back to -10 yet. And I think at this point we may just boost all of these because compared to the rest of the signals on all the rest of the tracks, the guitar is much lower. How did that get to -13? Ay, ay, ay. That one's at -13 somehow. All right, and we also, what I have here, I don't think these were recorded. See how low? Well, I mean, they might be close. I may have to tweak the individual track levels. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up to, let's just go to -8. Oops. Right, blew right past 8. Okay, 8. There we go. And let's listen to it and see if that helps with the mix. Yeah, that's closer. Let's just go negative. Let's go -6. This is just like a rough mix. This is just how to get like a starting place so that next time when I jump in. All right, so that's good. Vocals. Oh, let's do some EQ for the guitar. I have 6 minutes left, so let's get some EQ on the guitar here. We're gonna call this Fender or Marshall, just for the heck of it. Oh, and the bass, did we put? Yeah, we put EQ on the bass. Sure did. No, we did not put an overall EQ on the bass. Let's put like as far as one with a shape. We didn't put anything. And let's go. Yeah, rock bass I think is probably okay, and make sure that corresponds with. Yeah, see, it roughly corresponds with the Fender or Marshall. So that creates a little room. Let's listen to it, see if it's noticeable. Okay, right away I noticed my ambient bus is too loud. And this is a common thing with, I mean, the way I had those mics was just awful, like too close to everything, and even with the gain all the way down, there was just like too much. So let's hear, I cut it by 5 dB on the ambient bus. Yeah, that seems better. All right, vocals. Let's look at vocals. Let's listen. I do have vocal verb already going, but I stripped it out of here. So let's get our reverb back in there. And I think I stripped it out because when I was doing my rough mixes, I did not have this pack of impulses to pick from. So let's go vocal plate just as a starting point. I don't think either of these are routed to it.
There we stood knee deep in water.
There we go.
Looking far across to that westward shore, and we wandered through many a forest, just to find we're in the city core. Step into the water.
This is from last time I noticed. I don't know if it's the characteristic of his voice, but there is a lot of buildup. I suspect it's our equipment actually. It's the mixing board maybe. So I'm just going to do a little dip at 320.
Life is better on the westward shore.
All right, let's get some EQ on the main channel. We'll do aggressive male vocal, I think, or wide male vocal. Yeah. I thought there was one called like aggressive vocal. He's not that aggressive, but we'll just go wide male vocal. Look at that. Look at that cut. Look at how they make that cut, and look at the one I put on. Not that close. Oh, that's actually just for the verb, so that the reverb doesn't get too much low end. All right, and this one's gonna need a compressor. I think this is the one that has the aggressive vocal. Yeah, there it is. Now I'm gonna do a quick experiment here, and I'm gonna just bring these all up to 0. I don't know if this is even going to be enough signal. I think I recorded much too quiet.
There we stood knee deep in water, looking far across to that westward shore,
going to turn the auto makeup gain on here just to begin with here and bring this back down to -10 and see if that's the sound we're looking for, because that's just not enough signal, I don't think.
There we stood knee-deep in water, looking far across to that westward shore, and we wandered through many a forest, just to find we're in the city core. Step into the water, jump into the river, yeah, we're trying to make it.
All right, I think that's a good start for today. That was quick mixing. I think that was the fastest I've ever gone and got to that point. Oh, actually, I have 2 minutes left. So what I'll do now, what I usually do now, is I'll duck the guitar to the vocals. So let's go with this point that's already ducked at 7. Parameter modulation. We're looking for a side chain. So wait, what? It's because we haven't added 3 and 4 yet. So we're going to go from our vocal bus here, and we're going to do 3 and 4. And now they appear there.
There we stood knee-deep in water, looking far across to that westward shore, and we wandered through many a forest, just to find we're in the city core. Step into the water, jump into the river, yeah, we're trying to make it to the other side forevermore.
All right, so I have 53 seconds left, so that was good. I felt great about that, really. All that, the work on the markers and the moving everything around and getting all the tracks and stuff colored. Sometimes I would do that slowly through the mix and just kind of putz around and mess around with stuff and then get my tracks, and that felt great to just get in there and get it all colored, and that was awesome. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to item settings. Let's see here. Normal item properties. I wonder if there's a way to change the color of these so that they're all matching better. I think it inherits the color from the take, I think. And that's maybe to let you know that there were multiple takes. There used to be. A lot of them I just cropped out all the bad takes. So, all right, that was there's my timer. That was Speed Mix with a Newb, episode 1. Thank you for watching. Again, we're mixing the song Westward Shore by Greenwire. I want to be sure to remind everyone and myself each time that that's the song we're working on. So in case you jump in, 3 or 4 episodes from now, and you don't know the name of the song, I'll be sure to shout it out. So thanks for watching. Looking forward to episode 2, where we try to start getting all of our different fine-tuning going. And thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, please. That would help programmable audio out. And leave a comment for some feedback. We would really appreciate that. Thank you for watching.